Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is a true and amazing first impression. I don't know if it's going to be amazing, but for me it's amazing because this is my first impression video that I've been filming after a long break where I have not done first impressions, and I'm a bit nervous about it, but I'm also super excited because it is actually a brand that I super love, and that is Rebel Rouge Labs. This is the palette, this is their fall release or their Halloween release. For me it's going to be a fall release because I'm not too much into Halloween, but anyway, it's a fall palette. Okay, so this is the Howlin For You palette from Rebel Rouge Labs. It comes in a sleeve like this, and you actually do have different artwork on both sides. Let me just hold this into the camera so you can see it. And the artwork, they're always rocking the artwork. It's so amazing, you know? So anyway, this is how the palette looks. There are the ingredients on the back. It's cardboard packaging, and then let's open the package, the palette, which looks like this. Now, is this fall themed or is it not? It is, right? So anyway, I saw this on Instagram and I was like, oh, I need this. I needed this, so I went ahead and bought it. So we do have a couple of shimmers here. This one is a shimmer, this one, and this one. Then we have also 4 mattes, these 4 here. And then in the middle, we do have a pressed glitter. Now, I have not ever had a palette. I have 2 other palettes from Rebel Rouge Labs. I've never encountered a pressed glitter in any of those palettes, so I'm actually super excited to try to use this one. And yeah, so I'm itching to do a classic smoky eye, honestly. I'm trying to, of course, use as many shades as possible for this first impression, but I'm also not I don't want to go crazy and ruin it. Okay, so but we shall see. I think what I want to do is, wait, a few minutes ago I still knew what I wanted to do. I think it's gonna be dark. I think I want to actually have this brown here on my lid, and let's see. Okay, so let's see. I don't know. I really don't know. That's why, you know, being live on camera and doing makeup it's a challenge. So let me just get my mirror closer so it doesn't show up in my frame here. Okay, I think I'm ready. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade first here, and I'm gonna use it as a transition shade. This is the shade Electrode, and it looks like it does have a bit of a micro glitter in it. So wait. Okay, so in case you're new here and you don't know, I have not been doing first impressions at all for the longest time, and I actually have not been doing makeup on camera for the longest time because I just couldn't do it. Like, mental health wise, I had a block, some kind of block that actually really prevented me from doing makeup on camera. It was the hardest thing. For some time I tried to still do it and to sort of like speed it up and not to have to talk and not have to, you know, just sort of quickly show you what I did. But I always felt like, you know, I need to be perfect on camera. I need to be always aware. I need to be always present, you know. And for someone who is like, I'm always working, you know, and I always have to be like aware in my normal life. Sounds like you don't, but yeah, I'm sure we all have to be. But it was just so strenuous, you know, and I never had anything else anymore where I felt like I can just relax and like go and not do, like, not have to perform, you know. So that's why I just really couldn't do it. This blends out super well. That's really nice. Okay, so anyway, that is basically my story, that I just couldn't do it. And this is now my second video that I'm filming where I'm actually doing a look on camera. The first one was that you probably have seen already. That is the review of the 2 Style Cosmetics palettes. That should already be live on my channel, I think. If not, then it's coming. But anyway, this the first one was a review, and this is the very first impression, you know, because it is that kind of a day. Okay, I'm taking another brush and I'm actually going into this shade right now, which is the shade Zoinks. What is Zoinks? I don't know. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to just deepen this up. And this is just like really, this is gonna be such a fall themed look. This is gonna be nice. Super excited about this. Plus, you know what, the last time I worked with Rebel Rouge Labs, that was already, I think that's almost a year ago, you know, because actually she sent me, she's so sweet, the owner of Rebel Rouge Labs, she sent me my first PR. She sent me my first PR, and back then I think I had just like 1,000 subscribers or something, and I don't know if it was even real PR. I mean, it was, I got it for free. But I mean, she said like, I just want to say thank you, because I had featured her a couple of times. You know, whenever things came up, I featured her in my new makeup releases videos, and I usually, you know, I liked her stuff because I like makeup, you know, there is like nothing that can stop me. So, and then she said, I just wanted to send you something to say thank you. And then she sent me actually the Losing My Religion palette and the Suspended in Dusk palette. And I couldn't believe it. Seriously, wait, I'm gonna go back into that lighter shade again, just to back that up a little bit. I have to say that these blended super, super well. Awesome. Okay, so just to be, because I'm trying to be a perfectionist, sorry, but yeah, I'm taking my bone color matte and I'm just sort of smoothing it over the edge here a little bit. Like this. Alright, and then we are basically already ready to go in with that brown. And what I want to do is, it's, you know what, I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I want to go in and do a classic smoky eye, which is basically, like, according to classic makeup application, it would probably, it's gonna be the darkest shade all over the lid and then blending it out towards the top. Okay, that is basically what I want to do, but I still want to maybe combine it with a halo and then use the pressed glitter on top of the halo. That is my overall idea. Now let me just check that I don't mix up my brushes with the different shades. I always have like an order here on my desk, you know, totally OCD. Okay, let's just go in. I'm not going to spray the brush or anything. I'm going to go in with the shade Beast, because this looks like a beautiful brown, and I have not swatched anything. I have not touched anything. This is really a true first impression. The only thing I did with the palette was take a picture of a flat lay and post it on my Instagram. So that is the only thing I did. Alright, so this is something like that, and I want to also put it in the other corner. And then in the middle, I think I'm going to put the purple. Should I put the purple or the green? I think I'm going to go for the purple. So anyway, let's just do that. See what happens. I hope I'm not ruining this, but you know, I always go through this stage where I feel like this is gonna be horrible, you know. That is also probably a reason why I was so hesitant to do makeup on camera, because I don't want to look horrible, and I never really do. It's just that I never trust myself that I can do it. I always feel like, what if I forgot from yesterday till today how to do makeup, you know. So okay, so let me just go into Illusion. That is also a shimmer shade, and it's like a beautiful lavender kind of a shimmer shade. And ooh, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful lavender. Actually, this shade probably deserves more space, you know? But anyway, I only have that much space. What can I do? Alright, so before I go in and back this up with my finger, I think, and I know this is not blended, this is not, you know, it's nothing. So, but we will work on this. It's just for the placement right now. I just want to go and blend out that brown into the orange. So I'm going to take a blending brush. Maybe I should even use the orange shimmer. Let's go in Zoinks. Whatever that means. Let's go into that first of all again and just try to blend these two shades a little bit better together. And maybe then I'm going to go in between this orange shimmer that we also have here, which is this one, and maybe like try to mix them both together in order to get a better blend. So let's just see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna go back into Beast, and we're just gonna see. We're just gonna see, because that is basically how I do my makeup. You know, I don't really have a plan. not too much of it, honestly. So yeah, okay, so I think that helps absolutely. Maybe I'm going to save the orange shimmer for maybe for the inner corner, you know, so I'm not going to use that here right now. I think this is gonna look really, really nice. And now I'm just gonna switch brushes again, and I'm gonna, which one was it? This one? I don't know. I'm gonna go back into Soinks, which is the deeper orange, and I'm just going to sort of build that up so we get a nice smooth transition here. And once I have that down, I'm going to back up the shimmers. All right, so if I'm looking here, I have another mirror here that is not a magnifying mirror, because that always helps me to see what I really have, because this mirror here is a magnifying mirror, and that can be so misleading, you know. So that is a suggestion that, or like how does one say that, a suggestion that I can make that absolutely helps to just once in a while look in a real mirror, you know, that is not magnifying. Okay, so that is that, and now I'm basically just going in with my fingers. I think that's what I want to do. So I was really, really light-handed with this one, because I just wanted to blend, you know. I don't want like anything else. So something like that. And now I'm going to go in, let's start with the brown. So that's actually also good to just see how they feel to the touch. And now I'm going to try to stay away from this blended part and just sort of dab it on here towards the bottom. I think it's beautiful that this brown is pretty neutral. I really like neutral browns that are not leaning too warm, because you also really don't need it. You have the orange there, and you can always sort of increase the heat, the warmth in the tones when you sort of mix shades, you know. So this is really like a neutral brown. I always have to try to get into the folds of my eyelids, because, you know, I'm not 16 anymore. And I'm a messy worker, so don't worry about that one. I'm going to clean that up in a second. So now I'm going to go into the shade Illusion, which was that lavender shade. And I have to say that they feel absolutely beautiful on the finger. Really, really beautiful. So I'm not just backing up the shade here that I had already before. This is a beautiful shade. I think I'm going to do another look where I'm really, really featuring this shade here. All right, so that is basically how I want it to be. And now I'm a bit torn what I want to do, because I still want to use that glitter. And I think, though, I don't want to use it as an eyeliner today. Or should I? I don't know. You know what? No. I have done a lot of glittery looks close to my eyelashes, and these last days, which you don't know, but I know. And it's just... you know, I need a break for my eyelashes. I have so much glitter built up between my eyelashes, it's not even normal. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me get ready first of all, because I want to mix this with Duraline from Inglot. I want to use that glitter here in the middle, which is called Ghosted, and I want to mix this, and then we're going to apply it, okay? Okay, sweeties, I just mixed myself some of the pressed glitter with Duraline, and I'm going to try to put that on top of my halo. So you gotta forgive me, because I am not super experienced in doing stuff like this, but I want to try to get there. So that's why I'm just gonna do it on camera, and that might be super embarrassing for someone who knows better, but you know, that is how it goes. This is how you learn. And this is how we do it. Okay, so this is actually super, super nice. I mean, one doesn't see it, you know, one doesn't see so much yet, because I've just started to apply it, but this is actually a very nice color combination for this whole palette, because really you do have shades out of like basically everything you have in this palette in this glitter. So you can use that. If you're using pressed glitter, you can really use it, you know. So I want to sort of just put that here on top of the halo. Does one see that? Oh, sweeties, I'm so new to doing stuff like that. But anyway, I just want to get there. I want to do fun stuff that I've not done before, you know? So I'm just trying to slowly build this up now here. And I think that's actually going to sort of make the look really, really fun. And I'm also trying to think what I'm going to do for eyeliner. Maybe I can also use one of the shades in the palette to make an eyeliner for myself, you know. So but I'm gonna think about that for a little bit while I'm doing the second eye. So okay, I don't think I'm very, very good at very precise application, but I don't know if it has to be. Does it have to be? I don't think so. So I'm just going to put this, you know, wherever it goes here on top of the halo, and that is basically what I already said in the beginning, that was my plan. So let's just go with it, you know. All right, I think this is something like that, and I'm just going to go and do the second eye, and then we're going to make a decision about the eyeliner. Okay, sweeties, we are back. I'm still trying to figure this out, seriously, how I'm doing this the best way so it is not too boring for you, and not like including, so I'm not including everything that I don't have to include, so it doesn't get too long. So we're still learning. Okay, so what did I do? I actually decided to do a eyeliner with this dark green here, which is actually also a really, really dark, it's not a really, really dark green, it is, but it's, what I wanted to say is that it is not a warm green, which is really, really nice. So I think it sort of pulls the whole look together, and of course at least on top of my eye, you know, above my eye, and then I also put a purple on my waterline already, and I finished my face. I didn't, but I put on foundation. I still have to do contouring and all of that. But anyway, so what are we doing now? I think I want to use the green, you know? I think I want to sort of keep it a little bit light under my eye, because the whole look actually turned out lighter than I thought. I had planned, or in my inner eye, I had thought this is all going to be like much darker for some reason, but now I kind of feel like this is fairy-like. It's really, really nice. I'm actually super in love, and that's nice. It's nice to be in love. Okay, so the pickup on the brush is really, really good. I'm going to be really careful now, because if I have fallout, it's gonna be a big deal for me, because I did, of course, all my color correcting and everything under my foundation. So I'm gonna be super careful, super light-handed with like really little product on the brush, and I'm just going to try to build it up. And of course here it's also on a set surface, because of course my foundation is set already, so it might take some building up, because you know that's how it works. And I think what I also want to do is to maybe put that darker green that I also have on top of my eyes a little bit closer to my lower lash line also, in order to just create a little bit more depth in the look. What are you thinking? Girls, I wish someone would be here and sit here with me so I could just get some immediate feedback. That would be really, really great. So if someone wants to get up at 3:30 with me, yeah. Okay, so let's just take a flat brush, and I'm gonna go into that Abyss shade that I used as an eyeliner. All right. Oh, by the way, that light green was called Laboratory. Yeah. The English, sweeties, it's not so easy for me, you know, seriously. It's actually so nice, you know, when I'm watching Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner, because she is originally from Norway, I think, right? She's from Norway. So and she totally gets it, you know, when sometimes there is just, it's still a foreign language, you know, it's not your mother tongue when you speak in English, and sometimes it's just really that there are words that just blob out of your brain. It's just gone. And I mostly realize that when I'm doing the new makeup releases, it is so bad sometimes where I just cannot remember what I wanted to say and which language I wanted to use, because sometimes it's hard. So this is actually really, really cool because it sort of creates like a second eyeliner level, you know, because first of all you have of course this one, and then you have this one extending from under the lower lash line. So I think this is actually really, really cool. I'm gonna go in also again with that light green matte laboratory, and I'm just going to sort of blend that into that dark green. I think sort of this is the idea, and then I think I'm also going to use that that orange shimmer that is in the palette, which is called Shriek, and that is what I'm going to use for the inner corner. So then we have actually used almost everything in the palette. Let me just try to use this without a sprayed brush. I actually didn't spray anything in today's look. Ooh, this is nice and sparkly, really, really nice. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to drag this into the green, which is dangerous, but I'm still going to do it. I always feel like with shimmers you can dare, you know, with mattes it's a little bit difficult, but with shimmers you can dare more. So anyway, so I think this is basically the look, you know. I think that's what it is for now. And of course, as always, in about 2 hours for me, I'm gonna come back with my whole styling and everything, and then I'm going to give you my verdict of this palette. So I'll see you in just a second. Okay, sweeties, welcome back after the finished look with the styling in place and everything the way it should be, sort of. Also, you have just seen the swatches. I still have them right here. I have to tell you, I am in absolute awe. I mean, what happened? I believe that there is a formula change towards the better, even though the other two palettes that I already mentioned, let me just show you. This is the Suspended in Dusk palette, which is super, super beautiful. And this is the Losing My Religion palette, which is also super, super beautiful. And I feel like there's a formula change, but I also have to say that I have not used them for almost a year now, which is a shame. And I personally have come a long way in this last year, and I was struggling with all kinds of things back then still that I have already long overcome ever since. You know, I've become so much better this year that I could be completely off, because actually the owner of Rebel Rouge Labs actually told me it's the same formula, but I feel it is so good, like so good, you know? So anyway, these are the swatches here, and I love what I'm seeing. I absolutely love what I'm seeing. I loved how they swatched. It was absolute bliss, absolute bliss. So in this look, I basically used everything. Let me just pick up that one thing that is stuck to a hair here. Okay, did I use everything? I think I used everything except this one, the dark fuchsia, or that purple matte here, that I still want to use. Of course, I'm going to use that still. And besides that though, I think I used everything. And that is pretty incredible to use 8 shades in one look, but you know, not everything I used on a big surface, of course, but I definitely want to also use this purple here. Wait, this is flaking off a little bit right now. Okay, but anyway, I'm pressing it down, and also on the eye there was absolutely no problem with flaking that I could tell. So anyway, so this is how it looks, and again, on my arm, swatching it's a thing, you know that by now. All right, and I think you can also see the pressed glitter is absolutely stunning, and this formula of this pressed glitter is actually really, really good. I could swatch this with my finger. I didn't even need to use a brush to swatch this, and it looks looks so phenomenal. It picks up every shade it feels in the palette, you know? So this makes it so workable, like so usable. For people like me who like pressed glitter, of course, I think this is beautiful. Also, of course, and I already mentioned that, of course, in the video itself, in the makeup application, that I really like that this dark brown is a very, very neutral brown. I really like that. Also that this dark green is a cold toned green. Yeah, and it's just beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful color scheme, which is like, it is, I want to say it is ranking super high among my fall themed palettes. I would put it on the same level with the Fairy Frolic palette from Alien Cosmetics that I just featured the other day. Even though the whole vibe in that palette is completely different. This vibe is much stronger, which is cool. You know, I really like this, and I like both. I like the softer vibe of the Fairy Frolic palette, but I also like I really like this. This is phenomenal. It is absolutely beautiful. When I'm looking here, I'm still looking in my other mirror that I have here. Okay, so anyway, this is how it looks. And again, so this is how the palette looks from the outside. I'm so glad I got myself this, because I was debating, you know, because, you know, the darkest shades, most of the darkest shades are shimmers, and you know that this is not necessarily my makeup style or my makeup aesthetic. I usually have my darkest shades, the mattes, you know, that is my makeup preference. But I was just so intrigued, and I'm in really big support of Rebel Rouge Labs anyway, so I thought the color scheme is phenomenal, and I'm also starting to get a little bit more out of my comfort zone and just try to do other things than the ones that I'm always doing, you know? So that is what I'm doing. So anyway, this is enough. It's, yeah, I love it. Okay, so let's just zoom in and I'll show you close up how the look turned out. Of course, you saw me basically doing everything. The only thing that I've added since you saw me the last time before the swatches is that I basically just finished off my face, and I also added, of course, falsies. So besides that, I think you saw everything. For me, this is already like 2.5 hours ago, so yeah, memory loss. Okay, so that is how it looks. Let's move back out. And so what do I have to say about the palette? I cannot wait to do a few more looks with this. I want to use a couple more shades on a bigger surface and just try them out. And also, of course, when you do a first impression like I did today, I cannot tell you anything about staining, about fading or creasing or anything. Can't really tell you yet. So we shall see. Maybe I'm going to do or I'm going to start doing maybe like a review roundup where I'm just picking up on different things that I have done a first impression, and then go back to it later and let you know what like my view is then later, you know, after a couple of looks that I've done with this. But anyway, I am in absolute love with this, and I'm so glad that I invested into this, you know. So absolutely beautiful. I think she has knocked it out of the ballpark here, and I also feel like the whole vibe with the bigger pants and this whole setup, it sort of vibes a little bit like Juvia's Place, and I really like that because I love Juvia's Place, you know. And the formula is absolutely really good, you know. So anyway, I cannot wait to do more with this. So besides that, of course, everything else that I've used in my look, you will find in the description box. You will find my discount codes and everything there, and also my social media. And yeah, so let me know what you think about this whole concept of me doing first impressions again. For me, this is a whole new world now, and I kind of have to sort of make it part of my day now, because I'm not used to really, you know, go back and film later the second part of the video. I don't know of anyone who has to do that, like really. But because of my life, because I have these 7 kids that have to get ready at a certain time and whatever, you know, so I just have to do that. But if you're okay with this, then let me know. If not, I will most probably anyway continue that way, because I'm starting to really like this, you know, to just be super relaxed at the beginning of the video, just being like in a t-shirt and whatever, and like not care, and then at the end be whoever I want to be on that given day. And I love that. So anyway, I hope you can vibe with that too, because that is what I'm doing, you know. Anyway, so if you can vibe with that, or if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, I would really really like for you to subscribe right now, because I would love to have you here as part of my tribe. Besides that, I highly recommend for you to check out that brand and especially this palette, because seriously, this is amazing. It was really, really amazing. So that is that, and I will see you here next time for my next video, which is going to be super soon. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.